Went to Bumblefuck, Florida. Picked up Sovereign from the woods, said we headed to California where the weed there's good. But for the trip I got some shit, it's called purple cookies. But I only got a zip, not for the searching and looking. Plus I got some pre-rolls. And here, it's some bud already in the bowl. Kept putting it out and spraying, and after like 3 tolls. And while we was driving, I kept noticing military convoys just rolling in, arriving. Speeding past, leaving us behind when I seen a huge blast. Then a head with a FEMA mask bust through my windshield and landed on my lap. Then I crashed into a windmill. Luckily, we survived, or at least for the time being, but it needs still of some medical attention since I'm limping but got weed still. So I like get to puffing and thinking, is my FYP healed? And how this doesn't seem real. But coming back to reality, I turned to Sovereign like, what the fuck is going on? He returned with, they said terrorists. That's a crock of shit, JC, this the apocalypse. Showed me his phone and at the top of it, it read sightings of all types of frightening shit that'll have you scared, including The Walking Dead. Kept scrolling, reading, it said that it started in Detroit from a music producer who got bit by his artist, who showed up at his crib unusually moody. The argument was over funds and the use of his booty. Emmanuel attacked Wood, then an hour later his skin looked like backwoods mixed with an alligator. He bit him and him, her, who bit some girl thighs. Now it's spreading from state to state and soon worldwide. While we was smoking, we looked up and from a distance and saw a group of soldiers with red eyes glistening, limbs missing, walking in unison slow. The dead risen, shocked but like we've been here before. We both winning, a tank that was sitting close by and starting firing with precision without any prior experience. But the weed was so fire it inspired our desire to end this shit for the survival of the innocents, and provided the fire in this penmanship. We scooped M16s, grenades and AR-15s off the ground while we was making our rounds. Started busting them in their chest, had them making sounds, but they was taking rounds. Then headshot dead, and that's what was taking them down. Then we came across some survivors that were hiding underground. They said the government lied and gave them the runaround. We told them millions of lives is at stake before the sun is down. So we gotta leave town and continue to run them down. But we gotta stick together, we all one, not a crowd. And raise your hand when you speak, not everyone being loud. At the same time, it's game time, let's restore order. The people are back in power versus evil and packing power. Let's go and take back ours. I feel like you've been warned. What side will you be on? First the sky was blue, then orange it turned. From the fires that grew and then burned in life you're tested and then learn. I feel like you've been warned. What side will you be on? First the sky was blue, then orange it turned. From the fires that grew and then burned. In life you're tested